Hello, welcome back to my channel. Today I have another update for my Panda palette challenge, and I have 3 palettes here, so it's not that much of an update. And honestly, this one gets dirtier each time I show it. I don't know why, but it's actually disgusting, to be honest. I touched my brush. Okay, so that is explainable, but the rest, no idea. So let me get my handy list and then let's get started. So the list is actually quite long, but it's not that much of an update. So the first shadow that I actually used this month was, this time around, was from the Colourpop Yes Please palette, even though it says cute as fuck. Oh my god, hold on. Bling, I think. This shade over here. It's a gorgeous shade, and as you can see, I have a nice dip going. Let me zoom you in. Can you see? That's when you use a dense brush. Such a gorgeous shade. I use it, obviously not today, but I use it all over the eyelid, and it's just so beautiful. I will also give you a swatch. These are very powdery, by the way. Oh my god, I love this one. So stunning. I also should have got a baby wipe. Give me a moment. So yeah, that is absolutely gorgeous shade. The palette, in general, is stunning. I mean, Colourpop shadows are always good, but that palette just screams my name. It's like very fall-ish, if that makes sense. Darker color than reds and like just fall, and I love it. This is actually the next palette I will put into my challenge once I use up my Chocolate Pop palette. And I have these two, which are the oldest. This is from like the beginning of 2018, and this is from the 31st May 2018. So, but yeah, that's all I did. I just used this a few times. Didn't hit pan or anything. This was actually empty. So there's that. Then there's a bit of an update on here, or in here, the Monorances palette, which is, like I said, dirty. Don't ask me why, I don't know. That's what it looks like. And I use up Venetian Red. First off, I hit pan on it, and then I use up. So basically, Venetian Red is like love letter, but a bit more red. It's not like full-on red, but it's like a purple-ish red color. I love it. That was one of my favorite colors in the palette, one of my favorite shades in the palette. But it really gave me an allergic reaction, so didn't want that. Maybe it's just with like red-ish and green eyeshadow, because both of them always give me, like, it's not like an intense allergic reaction, you know, my eyes are not swollen or whatever, but it just itches, and it's not a nice or pleasant feeling. So I hit pan on it. I was determined to hit pan, because I was like, listen, that's such a beautiful shade. At least give it some use. So I did, and then once I hit pan, I just got rid of it. I didn't want to mess with my eyes even more, so I got rid of it. It's a gorgeous shade, but just not for me. Maybe this palette's actually getting old. Like I said a bazillion times, this pan here has some bumps on. Yeah. And then currently I'm using Cypress Umber, which is this very dark shade over here, just in the corner of my eyes, just to give it a bit more dimension. So I will zoom in on that as well. Very powdery, but gorgeous shade. Look how dark this is. Gorgeous. And pigmented as well. I mean, it was a horrible swatch, I give you that, but gorgeous. And the thing is, with this palette, do you remember the scandal that they have with the Subculture palette, I think that was, where it just kept on crumbling down and down. Use a very light hand with these shadows. I'm not making excuses, like maybe that palette was actually shit. I don't have it. I can't, you know, I can't compare it. But yes, these shadows are very powdery, so you should not go in and then dig around in it. Very light hand. I use a very fluffy brush with this. I still get some kickback and some fallout and whatever, but be gentle with it. You know, it's not like Play-Doh where you can just like hit it. You know what I mean? So be gentle with it and then get used to it. Like, it's something I have to get used to it as well, because I'm not good at makeup, as you know. You basically learn with this palette. You know, you evolve with this palette. So I really will enjoy it. And then I also use Vermeer, which is this light shade here. I don't have it on today, so let me just put that on here in the inner corner of my eyes. Gorgeous, absolutely stunning. I'll show you what I mean with the palette. I've showed that before, but I will show it again. You see how lumpy this is? This is what the palette should look like. Not bumpy. Then this is Vermeer. I'm almost done with that. A nice shimmer champagne shade that I love. And I hope that I can actually finish that. I mean, I'll give you my goals for next month, but that's, yeah, this is what the palette looks like currently. And then last but not least, I have my Too Faced Chocolate Bar palette, which has some updates, but not that many. So this is what it looks like. In here, I actually had my Makeup Revolution shadow. I don't know what shade name it was for my eyebrows. It's completely gone, thank God. So I can officially declare that Makeup Revolution palette to be done. Of course it was empty before because I put it in here, but it's completely done now. We're done talking about it. So good. So anyway, these two are left. So this is White Chocolate is my blending shade. And then Semi-Sweet is what I currently have all of my eyelid. And then my eyebrows, because I have a eyebrow gel. It has a bit of color to it. It's just a tiny hint. But it's not enough to make it look good. So I run this through my lashes. Then usually I go in with the brow gel. But yeah, only 2 shades left. And I think you've seen this one before. It's hard to give a swatch nowadays because there's not that much left. Yeah, basically like this. I have it all over the eye, like I said. I know this is I mean, if you look at it, it's a very dark look, obviously, with just a bit of like shimmer. But like, what else am I supposed to? I want to use up this palette, right? There's only one shadow left. Like, what? I'm going to use it, and then this one will be with me for a while because it's just my blending shade. Or if I go out and I only do like a winged liner, I use this over the eyelid, which is not that often because currently I'm focused on this. It's a whole mess, but yeah, this is what that palette looks like. So my goal for next month will be maybe like this, bring in another shadow here and there, because I really, like, it made me fall in love with this palette again, and I cannot wait to use this. So yeah, maybe like 1 or 2 shadows here and there. Yeah, just to play a little, just to distract myself a little from the boring brown shade and just to get a pop of color in. Then I really want to finish up Semi-Sweet because I feel like it's on its last legs. And like, listen, if there's only just a tiny bit left in the corner, I will call it quits because I'm not gonna like dig my brush around this and swirl around. But so far, I'm still using it. Use up maybe a bit more of this. Yeah, and then, like I said, finish Vermeer, this palette, and then maybe hit pan on Cypress Umber. Even though it's a darker shade, like I said, it's very powdery and like the pans are not that deep, they may be like this. So maybe I can hit pan. But yeah, that's it. That's all the goals I have. This palette is so close to be done and I'm actually really excited. But then, this one will be next, and as you can see, there's a lot of darker shades as well. In case you knew, I always said that 1 month I will use a darker shade. Or 1 month, like I will use darker shade, and then once that's gone, I will use a lighter shade. Once that's gone, dark shade. You know, I will change. So this is rather dark. So I don't have much option here. I have warm taupe, or maybe like even raw sienna and burnt orange. They are rather dark. So I don't have that much option here for lighter shades. Maybe Buon Fresco. What is it? I'm already struggling. Also, once the Too Faced one is gone, I can obviously use a bit more shades because I have all of them on site. Does that make sense? Like over here, I'm just like, okay, there's 1 shade left. I'm just going to use 1 shade. Once I have this, I can use a few more. My brain works weird. So anyway, that brings my total to 102. I think I miscalculated something there because it doesn't make sense. But yeah, 102 shades or eyeshadow that I have left. So yeah, that was it. That was my update. I hope you enjoyed it. Give me a thumbs up if you did. Subscribe to my channel not already, and I'll see you next one. Bye. To get a bit